Did someone say Tren? What's up, guys? It's your boy here, Jersey Flex. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, go down, hit that subscribe button if you're a returning subscriber. Thanks for being faithful to this channel. As you guys know, we give out nothing but the best fitness content. We talk about SARMs, roids, all that great stuff, and we dig very deep into anything fitness related on this channel. So thanks for coming to this channel. Thanks for hitting that subscribe button. And as you guys know, based off the title of this video, this whole video is going to be dedicated towards discussing Trenbolone sandwiches. So it's often referred to as the holy grail of bodybuilding in terms of steroids. But before we dive into the whole topic of Tren, let's roll that intro video. Make sure we go down, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment if you're feeling generous, and let's dive right into this, guys. So what's up, guys? It's your boy here, Jersey Flex. Thanks for going down, supporting this channel, subscribing. We're currently in my car right now. I set up the dash mount camera right here. Reason being is because it's a little too loud in my house. You know, you guys don't need to know all that, but I'm just letting you know why I'm in my car. But as promised, I've been getting tons of requests for this. We are going to be discussing Trenbolone. Trenbolone E. You know, there's definitely a bunch of different names for this compound, but it is one of the most powerful, if not arguably the most powerful androgen steroid compound out there, just flat out. I just want to establish that before we get into any kind of discussion on the topic of Trenbolone sandwiches. So, and let me just say one thing right off the bat before we discuss it. I'm going to bloop up a little picture with some basic information about Tren in this video. First, we're going to talk about the scientific, the chemical stuff behind Tren. We're going to talk about more of the chemical stuff, the real raw data information about Tren. And then we're going to move on to discuss like the more day-to-day stuff that you guys want to know as human beings, side effects, things to expect if you guys choose to supplement yourselves with this kind of drug. And also, before we get the ball rolling, I do want to state that I am not your doctor. I'm not your clinical health practitioner. In no way, shape, or form am I telling you or advising you guys to take the Trenbolone. If you guys choose to take Tren, it is 100% on your own, by your own, you know, doing. You guys chose to do it. You did it on your own risk. I'm not prescribing or telling anyone to do it. So anyhow. So, pun intended, let's get ready for this ride, baby. Let's bloop up that basic information that I have for you guys. Ba-boop. I'm going to throw it here or here. Ba-boop. And let's talk about Trenbolone. So, Trenbolone is an androgen. I'm going to read it right off the screen so, you know, you guys can follow along. Trenbolone is an androgen and anabolic steroid of the nandrolone group, which itself was never marketed. Trenbolone ester prodrugs, including Trenbolone acetate and Trenbolone benzobicarbonate, are or have been marked by veterinary and clinical use. Now, right below that, you guys can see the formula compound right there and its molar mass. And for you guys who don't know what molarity is, it's basically the purity of, you know, how much of the substance is in there compared to how much it's diluted by water. The molarity, you know, basic chemistry, whatever. Mumbo jumbo to us meatheads. Who cares? It's elimination, half-life. Basically, half-life means how long it stays in your system. Here it's stating that it's 48 to 72 hours of staying inside your system. Now, below that, we could see the drug class. It's an androgen, anabolic steroid, progesterone. Progestogen. And it is metabolized through the liver. So, that is the information that is here. That is what I'm providing with you guys. So that's kind of like an introduction to this scientific part of the video. And now let's move on to discuss why Tren is so potent. Tren has a very high binding ability. It binds to not just your androgen receptors, and your androgen receptors are probably the only ones you give a damn about. That would be your testosterone. So it's not only going to bind to your testosterone and to your androgen receptors, but it's also going to be binding to the other receptors in your body, such as estrogen, progesterone. It's going to bind to just about everything. Prolactin, just everything. It's just going to bind to an array of receptors in the body. And its androgenic ratio is 500 to 500. It also has fat burning capabilities, the ability to impact insulin levels, which may, in some cases, even cause you to go hypoglycemic. Can cause gastrointestinal issues, as well as agitate the lungs. Now, this is something that is very common, that most people I know, they do experience what is known as the Tren cough. So Tren cough, I mean, it's not just like a subtle cough, because for any of you guys who may have been in the hospital, you guys may have gotten like an IV or something like that, and Jesus, I'm sweating right now. It's all the thermogenics. I'm not sweating because a cute hot girl walked by. I'm sweating because it's definitely the thermogenics that are making me sweat. Plus, I'm in Florida and this car is very hot. So, anyhow, it's not because of Tren, I promise. So, yeah, the Tren cough. Tren cough, it's not when you initially, like, inject the compound and you might get, like, a little cough. It's an intramuscular injection. Some people, when they're getting IV and stuff like that in the hospital, they might taste like the saline and stuff like that. It's not like that. The Tren cough is a persistent cough. You're gonna be coughing quite frequently. Your throat's gonna be really dry, and that's something to keep in mind. It is known to agitate the lungs and give you a persistent cough, also known as Tren cough. So one thing to keep in mind about side effects. Now we're going to move on to that part of the discussion. The stronger the drugs, generally the stronger the side effects. And Tren being such a potent androgen, being that it binds to many of the receptors in the body, you know, that's something to keep in mind. You're going to have greater risks of side effects. And one thing to also keep in mind is that because it's not only binding to the androgen receptors, it's also going to bind to the estrogen receptors. Let's say you're somebody who's got like 200, we'll just throw a random number out there, 200 milligrams of estrogen, for example. Your body experiences no side effects from 200 milligrams of estrogen being in your body. But now you have become more sensitive to estrogen because the Tren is binding to the estrogen receptors. So 200 milligrams, now that you have become more sensitive to estrogen, may produce estrogenic side effects. And this can include, unfortunately, gynecomastia, mood swings, water retention, and all of those disgusting estrogen side effects that you really don't want to be having, especially as a guy. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Moving on to discuss that the anxiety issues. That's what I was trying to remember. The anxiety issues. Tren is known to cause a lot of anxiety issues, and most of this, through trial and error, has been correlated with the dosage size. Now, I don't want to give any kind of doses out there because I don't want to give people ideas. You know what I mean? I'm going to repeat, I am not a prescribing doctor. This is a toxic and illegal compound. This video is only for research and for knowledge purposes only. So I'm just going to throw a random number out, 50 milligrams a week. There have been people that have made progress with 50 milligrams a week. That being said, you don't have to go such high doses to get progress in the gym. That's just, a little fun fact for you guys. You don't have to be murdering yourselves with, 1,000 milligrams a week. That's just absurd. And always start small with any compound, not just Tren. Tren especially, because it is very toxic, and you should never run your first cycle that you've ever done with Tren. That should be something further along the road when you're more experienced and you know what you're doing. So, but 50 milligrams, we'll just throw that into there, throughout a week. That will actually give you minimal anxiety, but somebody who's, let's say, doing 600 milligrams, they're going to experience more anxiety. And something else that is actually kind of scary too, most people get rid of their anxiety issues after they stop taking the estrogen. Not the estrogen, phew, God forgive me, the Tren. Most people get rid of their anxiety issues when they come off of the Tren, but for some people, they actually have persisting anxiety issues even after doing their Tren cycle. So that is something to keep in mind if you are very sensitive to anxiety and issues as such, because I believe a little bit more than half the people that have taken Tren have claimed to have anxiety issues, and those half of the people that have taken it, half of them, so now you're looking at about a quarter of the people that have taken Tren had the persisting anxiety afterwards. So that is something to keep in mind. And now let's discuss, why is Tren so popular? If it has so many side effects and it is so toxic for your body, why in the heck are people... Woo, I am getting so sweaty. Jesus, it's all the PEDs. Woo! Wipe the sweat off. I wish I had a really cute girlfriend to wipe the sweat off my forehead. Wouldn't that be a thing? But anyhow. Oh, God. Forgive me. Whew, it's getting really hot in here. But anyhow, as I was saying, you know, why is Tren so popular if it is so god-dang toxic? And the reason why is laziness. Because Tren works so goddamn good at keeping you shredded. You can eat junk food and still be shredded. You can build muscle while having half-assed workouts in the gym and having a poor diet. Being shredded, building muscle, eating junk, not working out as hard. It's kind of the holy grail of bodybuilding if you think about it. But now let's take a step back. What? Alright, so many of you guys are wondering why the video got cut right there. That's because for some reason my GoPro was acting insane and it cut the video off there. So my friends are all currently inside the nightclub right now. I stepped out of the club, got in the car so I can continue making this video. Do apologize for that. This is being recorded currently on iPhone 11, so the camera quality is a little bit worse. The microphone may be a little bit worse, but the information nonetheless is all the same. So as I was saying before, why is Tren so popular even though it is known to be so toxic? It is popular because a lot of people want to be lazy, you know, and so as I was mentioning, what would happen in the event that you gave the gym 110%, all of your effort? The diet was on point, the training was on point, then you took the Tren. Dude, the results would be insane. So that is something to keep in mind. If you're going to risk your health, put your health on the line, and actually undergo a Tren bologna sandwich cycle, you should give it your 110% without a doubt. And you will maximize your results with the Tren. So that is the best advice I can give. So let's go ahead and review what we've learned. Tren is an absolutely tremendous binding drug. It binds to all of your receptors. So keep in mind, you will become sensitive to all the other types of hormones, not just androgen ones that you want, like, you know, testosterone and stuff like that, muscle building stuff. You're going to have enhanced sensitivity to estrogen and all that stuff, which I mentioned earlier in the video. It does produce gastrointestinal sensitivity. Can produce lung irritation, so you get the Tren lung, the cough. All in all, it is a very powerful drug. So with a more powerful drug, you're going to have an increased risk of side effects. So and again, I do want to apologize that my GoPro kind of took a crap on me. It's working fine, but for some reason it cut the video short, so I'm recording the remaining part of the video off my iPhone. I do apologize for the quality decrease, but this video has to be finished, completed, and aired, as I promised to many of you guys, a Tren video. So this kind of wraps up today's discussion on Tren. And yes, I did have to repeat everything that I said in the prior video, but who cares, baby? I'm here on this beautiful night while my friends are out clubbing, and I'm here recording for you guys because I care. I care about this YouTube channel just as much as you care about learning this content and learning this information. I care about delivering this content. So you guys can support me by going down, hitting that subscribe button, staying tuned for more content. Guys, this is Jersey Flex, baby. You already know the deal. Stay subscribed and hit that bell so you get notified every time I make a new video. We're going to be moving into discussing androgens and actual steroidal agents, anabolic steroids, and all that kind of stuff. We're going to be doing plenty of review videos just like this. This is only the beginning. So I've reviewed a bunch of SARMs, and I'm going to continue making SARMs reviews, as I didn't cover every single one of them. I still have to do Osterine and a bunch of other SARMs as well that I left out. But yeah, so we're going to be moving forward talking about androgens and stuff like that, so whatever. But anyways, I love you guys. It's Jersey Flex, baby. Stay subscribed, stay tuned, and y'all already know, baby. One love, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video, and stay tuned. Leave a like, leave a comment. Until next time, guys. Jersey, we out, baby. Y'all already know.